Dun, 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 dun. Happy hump day to you. Happy hump day, mother humpers. Happy hump day to you. All right. What's that, Fleabag? We're rolling? No, leave it in. They love my singing voice. Just leave it in. We don't like to edit anything. Once you hit record, baby, we go. All right, it is the hump day. Happy hump day, my fiends. And if that doesn't excite you, maybe this will. From the Rat's Nest in Hollywood, it's the world-famous Mojo Elliott ready to roll with another action-packed adventure of the Rat's Ass Podcast. I got to say thanks again for hitting the new ratsasspodcast.com website over and over and over again. We really do appreciate that. And for those of you new to the podcast, it's where you can listen, read the blog where I just wrote a really neat article on Democratic dipshittery that I think you'll enjoy. You can connect with us on the socials, chat with us via the chat box, and who knows, maybe even catch a disease or something cool like that. We continue to work on the name for the Rat's Ass Podcast Listener Club. We're up to, a bunch of votes for the top 3 names. How many votes, Fleabag? You don't know. Well, if you want to get in on the action, it's okay to do that. Send your suggestions to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. The top 3 names so far are Rat Bastard Mafia, the Dirty Rat Club, Rat Bastard Society tied with Mischief Mob. We're going to announce the winner on Monday, but do get your emails in by Friday, okay? Here's something you won't believe, or maybe you will, and maybe you've dealt with this in your neighborhood, but we have a few numbnuts in my burg running around changing all of the signs that say 1 hour parking to say 1 hour porking. They're changing the A's to an O. My adult side says, what the hell? This is tax dollars. It's got to fix all of this stuff. My rebellious side says, God, I admire you. Hey, big props to Caroline Levitt, the new press secretary, who just crushed her first press conference yesterday. She spoke 50 minutes with the media. I got to tell you, they're not going to have fun. The leftist media will not enjoy working with Caroline. She's just too sharp for them. Too sharp. They tried to play Gotcha Girl over and over again. But she played them like a game of whack-a-mole, knocking down all of their Democratic dipshittery, no problemo. I'm going to have fun watching her press conferences. But here's one story that came out during the press conference that'll make you want to do bodily harm to somebody associated with the Biden administration. Apparently, the Democrats earmarked $50 million plus taxpayer dollars to fund condoms for Gaza. That's right, $50 million for condoms, for a culture that likes to have sex with goats over the opposite sex. All right, thanks to the Trump Doge team for red flagging it, though. But this is the kind of Democratic dipshittery we've been paying for over the last 4 years, called inflation. So do me a favor, Democrats. Shut the hell up about the high price of eggs, all right? And by the way, they're only $3.49 a dozen at Trader Joe's here in L.A., and they're cage-free, too. All right, it's game time. This round is called It Sounds Dirty, but It's Not. All right, I got 3 clues for you. Are you ready? Hopefully you come prepared to write this stuff down when we play Head Trauma. All right, that's what we're playing right now is Head Trauma. The category, It Sounds Dirty, but It's Not. The clues are, number 1, lube up or I can give you a rash. Number 2, I slide up and down your body. And number 3, I penetrate your hairiest parts. All right, I'll have the answer coming up, and I'll post it on the Rat's Ass Podcast Facebook page, too. You can connect at ratsasspodcast.com. All right, who's ready for some loose behavior? Pull up your pants, and let's see what's happening on the Rat's Ass Podcast X feed. This is where we choose an interesting post on X and share a few comments to get us warmed up so we don't go cross-eyed in the next 20 minutes. All right, Dear Son posted this. If you're a man who rarely gets sick, please share your secret. I mean, it's the dead of winter. People get colds and stuff. I don't get sick. And I think if you listen to the podcast, you know why. If you're new, I'll tell you why. But Hash Wealth said this one. To stay healthy, no women, no sex, no drinking, no smoking, and get 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night. In other words, don't have a life. This guy said, retain semen, avoid stress and negative people. Notice his name is this guy. It's not this fun guy. Arid Kakad said, drink water, get regular exercise, eat healthy, And don't think about getting sick. It's mind over body. I think there's something to that too, by the way. But if you listen to the podcast, you know my rules. And if you're new to the show, it's wash your hands before and after you make it rain or you drop the kids off at the pool. I never get sick. I didn't get COVID. I don't get colds. I don't sick because I wash my hands before and after those glorious moments during the day. All right, let's get into today's Celebrity Cheese. Did you see the story about rapper Dank DeMoss? She's approximately 400 pounds and is suing Lyft because a driver refused to give her a ride because she couldn't fit in the car. Now, naturally, it's the car's fault because she never turned down a Whopper and fries. Maybe she should be aware of her rotundness and request a U-Haul instead of a Mini Cooper, though. What do you think? But here's the deal. I actually looked her up on iTunes, and she's legit. She's got songs called For My Bitches, WTF, and a single she just released on January 4th called I Miss You, which throws up a red flag for me because I ask, is it possible that Dank DeMoss and the driver are in cohorts with each other? They sue Lyft. She sues Lyft. He's along for the ride, pardon the pun. And it's all to help promote her music. I refuse to believe that. I don't think they would ever do anything like that. Do you? All right, CNN anchor Jim Acosta has left the network after 18 years. Now, I'm told it was like a scene out of Jerry Maguire after he got caught leaving, and he got Dorothy Boyd to leave with him. He walked out the door, and remember, everybody just went right back to work as if Jerry had never worked there. Same thing at CNN. Jim's promised to let us know what his top secret plans are soon. Any guesses? Bet it includes a podcast. All right, if you haven't been keeping up, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are about to become parents any day now. The word is the two broke up in November and they are not on speaking terms. Nice move by Machine Gun Kelly, huh? Some guys will do anything to escape diaper duty and diaper duty. All right, Travis Kelce may have to fork out $3 million to buy a suite so Mama and Papa Kelce, Taylor Swift, his freeloading brother Jason's family, and all their friends can enjoy the Super Bowl from the comfort of a suite in New Orleans. Now, what do you think Taylor's going to do for Travis after he lays out $3 million for her comfort? Will she cook a romantic dinner for him? Maybe write a song about his tight end? Go on an exotic cruise, wouldn't that be fun? Or something simple like taking him out for a fellatio and then surprising him with a BJ or something like that. All right, but who gives a rat's ass? The wait is over. Here comes the fun part. The Rat's Ass Podcast email from our Gmail. This is where you email your questions, comments, thoughts, and observations to me at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. Sorry for the whistle. And I respond. No topic is out of bounds, but the more outrageous and salacious, the better. I do not read your email in advance. My producer, Fleabag, forwards your name, where you're from, and rewrites them so I can respond rapid fire and on the fly. So let's get nuts. Chuck L. from Beaverton, Oregon says, I'm recently divorced and haven't been on a date in 11 years. Where is a good place to take a lady on a first date? Chuck, you're in Oregon. It's one of the most picturesque states in the United States of America. I'd say go hiking so you can chat. Don't do something stupid like go to a movie where you sit there and watch a movie and, you don't talk at all. You don't get to know each other. You say, well, it's nice. Enjoy the date. See you, bye. Go hiking. And if the mood strikes, there's nothing quite like sex in the woods, buddy. Becky G., Carson City, Nevada, said, I can't seem to meet a guy whose name isn't Larry. My dad's name is Larry. My brother's name is Larry. My ex-husband's name is Larry. I just broke up with a guy 6 months ago whose name is Larry. And last Saturday night, I met a really nice guy at a bar. And guess what his name is? Larry? I'd say stop talking to men over 60, Becky. Thomas K., Bowling Green, Kentucky. Do you think a true libertarian will ever win the White House? Oh, good, a political question. Let's dig in. I think we're as close as we're going to get with Trump in the White House as libertarian. He's as close to a libertarian as you can get, okay? But, when you think about it, all three parties are going to be up for grabs in 2028, so let's see who makes a move. Lori D., Roanoke, Virginia. What do you think the sexiest quality in a woman is? It's the complete package. Looks, brains, and an outrageous sense of humor, Lori. Marco F., Milan, Italy. So I just got back from visiting my uncle in New York, and there wasn't a day where I didn't fear for my life, either on the subway or eating my uncle's boxed pasta soaked in ragu. What's wrong with ragu? He said New York was a big, hairy armpit. Well, I'll tell you what, Marco, next time you visit the United States, try hitting the big, hairy vagina of America, San Diego. Luke Y. of Perth, Australia says, do you set a goal for how many times you can say Rat's Ass Podcast in an episode? God, man, we get it. Well, it's called branding, Luke. But no, I don't set a goal for how many times I can say Rat's Ass Podcast. But if you like, I can go back and count how many times I've said Rat's Ass Podcast this month in every single episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. And I'll send you an email with the answer. Just look for the email from the Rat's Ass Podcast. All right, so be looking for it. Scotty M., Morristown, New Jersey, said, if you died tomorrow, what would you miss most about life? Wow, we're getting deep here at the end. Thanks, Fleetbag. That would have been fun at the beginning. Scotty, everything, man. Everything. I'd miss everything about life. I wouldn't miss Democrats or broccoli, though. It's a vile weed. Broccoli is. Or Democrats who eat broccoli. But keep sending your emails with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. There, I said it again, Luke, ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. And I'll give you my 2 cents that makes no sense on the next episode. The head trauma answer. Today's category is, it sounds dirty, but it's not. The clues were, lube up, or I can give you a rash. I slide up and down your body. I penetrate your hairiest parts. Do you think you have the answer? Well, it's razor. Razor. R-A-Z-O-R. Did you get it right? If you missed it, see a doctor about your head trauma. All right, I got a boogie on, Reggae Woman, so I do have one more thing I got to add. Did you know the number of seconds between when you see lightning and hear thunder divided by 5 equals how many miles away the lightning is? I think it's very important stuff. Don't ever say you don't learn something new and exciting on the Rat's Ass Podcast. Right, Luke? Rat's Ass Podcast. All right, shout-outs in the USA to Springfield, Illinois, Houston, Texas, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Santa Ana, California. Around the world in Hobart, Australia, Vancouver, Canada, and Chur, Switzerland. That's it for this episode of the what? The Rat's Ass Podcast. Make sure you check out the new ratsasspodcast.com website to connect with us on the socials, listen to podcasts, check out the blog where you can catch my Super Bowl 59 preview right now. We'll do this again on Friday, January 31st. We're already through the month of January already. My God, it's flowing by. You know, when you have a disastrous month with fires and all kinds of Democratic dipshittery, it does go by fast. Take care of each other. And thanks for dropping by the Rat's Ass Podcast, a division of Mark Elliott Media in partnership with the Ozone Podcast Group.